Hello everyone, sorry for the delay on getting on. I apologize, I had to take care of some stuff. It is community time for City of Heroes, and Matthew, I am doing really well and understandable. I couldn't be here for the event, that's fine, not a problem. I appreciate you at least stopping by. And let me check some stuff real quick. Okay, it's just me. And so if you want to join in and play with me in City of Heroes, you can do so. I am on the Thunderspy server and I am playing on my Mastermind. And let me change up the notoriety, stuff like that. Since I am solo, we'll do that. And if you also want to join me in voice chat, you can join the Discord. The link is in the description. So we'll do that. Don't run into a... Oh, hold on, missions. So, oh, okay, that's right. And fort, so I'm gonna fly over to them. I'm gonna talk to all the different contacts, get some more missions and stuff like that. And on Thunderspy, they are doing a triple XP. I also want to let you guys know that there will be no hardcore stream today. I am switching that out, and instead I am going to be streaming Embers Adrift. And the reason being is they have done something really interesting. It's sort of bad news for them, good news for us with what they've decided to do. What's going on is their payment service company, where when you pay with your card and they process, the company processes it and then pays the company that you got the service for. The company that they use to get the payments has not paid them in the last 6 months. And so they have decided, instead of shutting down and stuff like that, they're going to take the hit of the costs right now. And they have taken their subscription and put it so that everyone gets access to it. So if you're wanting to check out Embers Adrift, now is a good time. If you're wanting to know a bit more about it, you'll want to watch the 6 p.m. Live stream, as that is where I will be showing off the game. Paragon Island, which is where we go. Missions, timed one. Select it, put on our flight, get to that mission. Oh, got hit hard. Hopefully we don't get attacked by anything else. That took a huge chunk of our health. What might help? Turn on abilities. There we go. Whoa! Nice sized group right here. Pets galore. Nice. Okay, so we're in here. I'm gonna hit this, switch that out, Let's get our pets up. Because it's Thunderspy, we don't have to worry about buffing. There we go. We are all petted up. We are all defensed up. Let's take out these guys. My volume a bit so I can hear better. Oh, false hurricane. There you are. You in voice chat?
Yep, just got over.
Oh, excellent. So I just entered the mission. Perfect timing. So I took out one group, but I'm going to wait before moving on for you to get here.
I'll be there in a matter of moments. You know how
Okay. And did you catch my announcement about the hardcore live stream?
No.
Okay, so do you watch my hardcore live streams at all?
A little bit here and there.
Okay, so tonight's hardcore live stream is not happening. I am switching out and instead doing Embers Adrift, which is another MMO. And the reason I'm doing that MMO is because they've just announced that their payment service provider, who does all of their gathering of card transactions for them and then pays them out, has stopped paying them and hasn't paid them in 6 months. So they've taken their optional subscription and made that free to everyone, along with the game, for the next 2 months while they switch service providers and try to get the money back from that payment service company.
Interesting.
I think that's actually a really good move on their part. And they say the reason they've chosen to go this direction is they are dedicated towards their player base. So they're going to take the 2 months hit of not making any money, but they are taking donations. So in that live stream, I'm going to have a link in the description to the website and a link directly to the donations, which actually talks about the issue. Hey, Raven Rock, how is it going?
I'm set to go.
All right. Just grabbing a drink and let's get going. How's your week been?
Good, good.
That's good.
Playing this a little bit earlier today was helping someone with the auto mission.
Oh, cool.
So,
hopefully that went well.
Just fresh off of that, so. And usually might build that map what I can do at the right levels.
Raven Rock, I am doing really well. Been keeping really busy, and with this whole entire Embers Adrift thing, I'm keeping even busier because I am working on a video for that, along with doing the live stream, and I'm going to try to reach out to them and see if I can get an interview with the developers. Whoa, right, nice. Got a boss here.
I'm right in on my sieve on him. I use that once in a while. It helps, though.
Yeah.
You pinpoint it on certain guys, and suddenly they're not even hurting you.
I love it. We're making the boss run. That was cool.
And I wasn't even trying.
Yeah.
I got the boss again here, too.
Yeah, I'm working on the minion.
if I get him, his pet becomes confused too.
Yeah, I forgot that I had the shadow minion. And so last time when we were playing, I didn't have my shadow pet up.
Now we have a variable army.
So, Raven Rock, after I get this character to 50, we are going to be moving to Purgatory. And be playing on there. So, and we do have a whole entire theme for the group. I think it's Assassins we're going to go with.
I'll see if I can not get Purgatory up on my thing here so I can hop over and join you guys. I'll see if I can not figure something out.
Yeah.
Don't want to say definitely, but...
Yeah, try. It shouldn't be that hard. I mean, all I have to do is just plug in the manifest.
Yeah, sometimes that can be more difficult than you think.
I've never had a problem with the putting in the manifest.
I've had issues with it before, but
the only problem I've had it caused is with taking screenshots. And it's always been, oh, you get to this certain point and won't let you take any more screenshots. And that's because you're using a launcher with a bunch of different versions of, say, heroes. You know, I-24, I-25, I-26 builds. Where if you use different launchers for the different types of builds, like you have one launcher that's all for I-24, another launcher all for I-25, and another launcher all for I-26, you don't run into that problem. In fact, I should do a video about that. I think that'll be next Sunday's video.
Well, glad I'm able to help you come up with these once in a while.
Yeah. And mission done. Only reason I did this mission right away was because it was a timed mission.
That's fine.
Okay,
that's fine. I know the idea with time ones. You see them, I sometimes put them off until I'm ready to do them.
Yeah, I've gotten into the habit of when I see a timed mission, I ignore everything else and go directly for it. Okay, I'm going to Independence Port. Because I was in the process of turning missions in when that popped up. So contacts. So let me run my different contacts and get these turned in. Because I have some contacts that are just... can't call yet. I've not built up enough reputation with them. Contact. Double missions. Okay, there's that one. Do we have any others in Independence Port? We have him in Independence Port. I got one more fly to. Not that far away either. They're right next to the train station.
Yeah, well, I'll pop into my Oros if you need me there. I'll pop where you need me to go to.
Okay. Use him. Double missions. Oh, got Skyrider bombing. Skyway City is where we need to go.
This is why I like the Oros. I have base portal 2.
Drop up that to 2. Up that to 5. I just upped the difficulty.
Yeah, I figured you did. I heard you.
that was just too easy for us to walk through.
Yeah. Glad you started to do that real fast.
Yeah.
It's a, you know what we can handle roughly and what you need. Do what you need to do. So
Yeah.
I default to you on the difficulty to an extent.
Yeah. Well, also with the triple XP that they have on Thunderspy right now for the Halloween event, that's a big, nice bonus.
Yeah. Well, we already have like 150% XP to begin with.
Yes.
So we get a double XP on top of that.
Yeah. The 300 XP is like doubling the XP.
Yeah. So it's.
I mean, I like when they do the upped XP. I mainly like it more on Thunderspy just because they have you don't out level the contacts and the missions go up to your level.
Yeah.
That's why I like doing it on Thunderspy. I'm hoping at some point in time Freedom and Purgatory will do that. That would be awesomely cool. I did make one change. I upped the level one more.
Yeah, I saw that.
It was just like,
So the reds.
yeah,
I might be actually use all my tricks now.
make it a bit of a challenge. See, I want to get to the point where it's somewhat of a challenge for us.
I think as long as we're in these tight, as long as we're in these tight maps, I can kind of go hog wild and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But between your terror, my terror, we stack certain effects too. So
Yeah, the main judgment I'm using on this right now is I'm looking at my pet's health. I'm keeping an eye on all my pet's health, and if it's not going down that much throughout the whole entire mission, it's like, okay, next one, let's ramp it up some.
I bet we could probably take on some of the holiday giant monsters if we run into them.
Yeah,
Oh, I need to
probably could.
spot you. Oh, that stand long.
Nature versus tech. Who's gonna win? I think it's gonna be nature.
Oh, nature tech and kind of illusion tricks will kind of play their hand stuff as well.
Hearing a ping. Oh, there's the bomb. Got that one. Let's see if we have any others. Ah, there it is. Hidden in one of the cubicles. Okay. Got two of them. Move up to the next floor.
Again, these kinds of map, I kind of. Normally there's something in this little area here too. They're up top or below too.
Yeah.
I've actually helped one or two new people the past couple days too.
Nice.
Gave them more or less the basics. It's like one was brand new to the game altogether, and
We need to get this bomb here.
I got it.
Okay.
And there's one over here as well.
Okay. Got it?
Yep. No, there's usually something up here.
Yeah.
That often there's not, but no.
Nothing in here. We go up to the next level. Get here and automatically I'm hearing a ping for a bomb.
He's the one guy that get around my hurricane. He's the one guy that can't lock into a room.
Yeah.
Completely, at least.
Get rid of the shield. Floating up, or the bot floating up in the air. Yeah, that's all of them. Nope. Got some in the room that you're fighting here.
I thought we cleared. I thought I cleared that. All right. It happens.
Yeah.
Especially with this build where I can kind of turn around and check something else out while the fighting's still happening.
Yeah.
That's usually the case when I leave stuff behind accidentally. Sometimes I'd have to fish through the level to find what I missed.
Yeah, I've
It's a
been
kill-all
there.
mission. Because this build, you kind of can set it off and sometimes forget things inadvertently.
Yeah.
If you're soloing some big maps on your own.
Yeah, soloing the big maps on your own. I did that earlier.
Oh, 3 bombs right here.
Oh, hey. There's 4. Got that one.
I think there's a few fake bombs too.
Yeah, there are. I've clicked on a few. Okay, and then there's this group up here.
At least my snowstorm keeps them from flying. That's the one thing at least that thing's good for with these guys. They're not flying around on us.
Yeah.
Can't do anything about the porters necessarily, but
Yeah, the porters. I mean, I brought up the whole entire thing about
try to take them out first if you can. But
yeah, the first I take out when fighting the Sky Raiders is I take out the engineers first. Because if you don't take out the engineers, they're immediately going to summon up a force field generator, making the fight tougher.
oh yeah, not going to disagree there. But the next ones have to be like porters.
Yeah,
Get
the
'em.
porters are just annoying. Just like the sorcerers with the Taos.
I have my snowstorm attached to. I think I had one of your pets or something. One of mine or something.
Hey, got that all cleared out.
That generator real fast.
Yeah. I saw a force field generator got put up and I was like trying to target it, and by the time I got to it, you'd taken it out. Like, well, that was a waste of cycling.
That's a good thing with my set how this build works a little bit. I can set my pets and then I can target troublesome items myself. Don't necessarily need to focus on the heavy targets while everyone else is doing it.
I think another one of the builds I want to do is just a complete AoE madness group.
This setup's definitely one of them.
Yeah. Got that bomb there. I'll get the one over here.
I just put my hurricane up there just because they were getting too close for my liking there.
Okay, so
I remember one of my first maps with you guys. You had kind of like a map like this. When I was fighting forward a little bit, you got an ambush, so I had to come back. You got yourself awake. I managed to hit you with my boost. I always kept fighting underneath you. So you got ready, rejoin.
Oh yeah, I remember that. There's a bomb.
I was kind of getting into the rhythm with you guys at that point.
Hey, there we go. Mission complete. But I want to check the rest of the area. Nope. That's all clean. That's done there. Contacts. Excellent. I can call everyone. Start working my way through the list here. Okay, got that one there. Missions. Missions.
Some contacts I'm unfamiliar with, actually.
I have set us to go to Talos Island. Actually, hold on. We're in Independence Port, right? No, we're in Skyway. Never mind. I'm just gonna fly my way to the train.
Well,
I just like flying sometimes.
yeah. I just don't mind porting my thing. My thing's up fast enough.
Yeah. I'm a very patient person. I was raised that way.
I might have to go right now, dinner, actually, for me, so I'll be back on later, hopefully.
Okay. I will switch the missions back over to normal because I know I can't handle what we have set up by myself.
Yeah, I'll see you in a bit.
Yeah,
hopefully.
See ya. Have a good day. So let's see. Fly over here. Did a couple missions. Got us a good chunk in. That train's about to leave. That's why you can't click on it. Now I can. We'll go to Telos Island. We're going to do a bunch of missions in there. Then we'll go to Independence Port and talk to the security chief. Okay, so that's done there. Yeah, I wanted to return to him anyway. So that's a good one to start with. We're safe here. I don't think anything will attack us because we're level 41. Highest level stuff here is 30, I believe. If I remember correctly, I could be wrong. Talk to him. Leave. How about the family? Not there's family in this area. Can be. Go up higher. Got the arena here. Just have to. I have the urge to fly through this tunnel. Whee! Good level design. Way better than a cave. I love that it goes even deeper underground. This goes way deep under. Just to exit out here. Okay, so we've done that. Let's switch Steel Canyon. Got this one here. Let's do this one. And hey, Axel, how is it going? Fly over here. Lunar! Welcome to the channel, Lunar! Do you play much Sea Heroes? That's my question, because that's what my channel is about, along with No Man's Sky, other MMOs and survival games, it's a gaming channel. It's meant for gamers, whether you're into pen paper role-playing games, tabletop games like Warhammer 40,000, video games, stuff like that. And so it's gonna get more involved. I already got Friday nights where I do pen paper role-playing games. Soon, probably more in the December area, you're gonna see tabletop stuff for like Warhammer 40,000. Yes, the Halloween event is on this one, and the great thing is it is 3 times the XP. And the reason that Thunderspy is doing 3 times the XP, Axel, is the fact that by default it is 1.5 times the XP, so 150% XP. So they do 300% XP. Oh yeah, that I've heard a lot of stories where, you know, parents are getting their kids into City Heroes because the parents remember playing City Heroes when it was on the live server. That's a normal theme, Lunar. Big normal theme. You know, I remember I was talking to someone who, when they were 9, City of Heroes came out. By the time they came of age where they could earn money to buy the game and pay for the subscription, the servers had just shut down, so they never got a chance to play the game. They caught one of my videos or live streams, and they stated that was my video or live stream that made them realize that there were private servers out there, and they started playing. And they're so glad they did. City of Heroes is just a great, amazing game. Well, that's the great thing about Thunderspy, Axel, is with Thunderspy, you don't outlevel contacts. And the great thing is so like, let's say you're level 40 and you decide that you want to switch origin contacts, like let's say you're doing magic origin. And you've gone through that and you want to maybe check out some of the tech origin contact missions without having to start a new character to go through that process. You could just go back to Atlas Park, talk to the tech origin mission giver. They'll give you the first mission and will make that mission of your level. That's what I love about Thunderspy. The other thing I love about Thunderspy is all hazard zones become of your level. So let's say you're level 40 and you go through Perez Park. All the mobs are going to, be starting out at around 40 and then go up the more difficult areas you go into of that hazard zone. And I love that. I think that is killer. That is epically awesome. Well, see, that's the thing, Lunar, is on Thunderspy, you don't have to worry about turning off the XP because you don't outlevel contacts. Contacts do not have levels. Yeah, it can be a bit of a challenge. Oh, the explosion hurt me a bit. That's okay. I have my Dark Servant to help out. And as far as unlocking things, I personally like it when it's a challenge to unlock things. I remember playing EverQuest and working on getting my epic weapon for my Shadow Knight. That was so fun. Working really hard to get my flowing black silk sash. Extremely fun. It was a challenge. It was months and months of me playing in one area to try to get that because of the randomness that they had created. Oh, Frostfire, yeah. Look at my, all of my hardcores, because in the hardcore, when you hit level 10, you have to turn off XP gain, and you have to beat Frostfire. And then once you beat Frostfire, without dying, by the way, because that's the whole entire thing with hardcores. If you die, you have to delete the character, create a new character, start over. That's right, I want to go this way. Oh, that's the way I came. Never mind. God, that's the problem with these random generated missions. It's easy to get turned around, but I love it. It gives a reason for replayability. go in here just to fill out the map. Here. You know me, I like to explore. No, you don't. No force fields. Force fields are not allowed. There's the elevator going up. Now, Lunar, another great thing about the channel is excuse me, I have a bunch of guides and tutorials on City Heroes. So if you're wanting to know about certain archetypes, power sets, builds, factions, exploration badges, things like that, I have guides for all that kind of stuff, along with crafting, inspirations. You know, I'm still working on a bunch more guides. Right now, my guide kick is creating Warhammer 40,000 style characters in City of Heroes, which is why today's video was about Space Orcs from Warhammer 40,000. I want to get one for each race done, and then I'll move over to some other guides. No, you don't. Stage, I love that design. The idea of making them a stage magician. That's cool. That's really, really cool. And you may have, I'm having trouble keeping up with some of my comments and remembering, because I did some videos for No Man's Sky, and whoa, did the comments blow up. It's like over 40 comments on one video, and still getting more comments. And so I remember the day after it released, I woke up and there was like 20 comments on it that I had to answer. I was just like, oh my god. I had yet to experience that as a content creator, and so I got to experience that. Wow. Okay, let's keep that door closed, just to remind us. Yeah, I have goals for the channel. The current goal I have for the channel is I want to try to get the channel to 2,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Teleporter, let's get him. Get this other engineer. I mean, I've reached my main goals for the channel, and that's build a nice, good gaming community for the channel. That's what I wanted to do. And the other goal I had for the channel was to get some focus on City of Heroes. Get players that have never played City of Heroes before, or never got the chance to know about the City of Heroes private server. And that goal has also been reached. So I'm very happy about that. Another goal I have is I want to encourage people who are thinking about becoming content creators and doing City Hero stuff, to get them actually making City Heroes and becoming a content creator. I want to see other people out there making guides for City Heroes in their own way. No, you don't. There's one of the men rescued. Teleport got entangled. Oh. Order first. We'll get this guy. As well, there's two winged raiders, so it doesn't matter which one's first. Engineer first. Surprise wing raider, that's fine. Took him out quick. Something in here that they were all excited about. Oh, they saved a hostage. I'll accept that. Get the engineer. Order. That. Here. Let's go this way. Force of habit. That's right, we never went up the stairs. Order. Oh, it's a bunch of porters. It really doesn't matter which one we hit. But we can hear them all. Let's get the one that's frozen. Solve that problem there. He tried to get one. Excellent, we completed it, but we still have guys to fight off and a bit of an area to explore. Not much of an area. Just a bit of an area. And nothing. It was worth exploring because you don't know what would have been up there. There could have been, you know, some guys to fight, a little extra XP, things like that. So, we have that mission done. Let's go to there. That. While we're in Steel Canyon, maybe some crafting. What do you guys think? You think I should do some crafting and stuff like that? Get rid of some of the salvage I have and recipes, because I'm maxed out on recipes. Well, I should also look and see what recipes are worth me using and sell off what I don't need. Of course, I'm not hurting for money either. Probably got more than enough influence to last me a lifetime. Not like I've been spending much of it. Okay, so we're gonna go to Skyway, and I believe it's Skyway North? We'll go Skyway North because, well, we got the mission. We're gonna do the mission first. But after that mission or not in Skyway, but in Steel Canyon, after that mission, should I go and do the crafting, or should I just continue doing missions? Yeah, well, that's because the player base is small, and also on Homecoming, the player base has been around for a long time, so they've built up an inventory for themselves. Thank you, Lunar, for subscribing. Greatly appreciate the subscription. Okay, we're in the mission here. So we have engineer, captain engineer first. You know, it helps if I put hover on so I have a better defense. just maybe a little. No. I do not want. Ooh! The porter hit me with a good blast. Because of that, take a murderer crows. Oh, and let's stack some bees onto that. Let's have a hawk knock you on your butt. Okay, so done that. I did come in this way, so let's go over this way. Man, the raiders are sure on the rampage of harassing people, causing problems. Lunar! Oh my god, that's a great idea! I love that idea! Both names are taken. Try another server. And I do know that, on Homecoming, which is the server you said you play on, that names get released if they have not met level, I think 30 or 40. After a while they get released, so I would keep an eye out on those names for just the Homecoming. But try like Thunderspy, Purgatory, Freedom, Rebirth, all those different servers. Been down there. Okay. Now we go this way. We're going for the engineer in the back. Then the annoying porter. Now we go for the winged raider. Got a clue. What direction do we go? Okay, so we are going this way. No, border. Now we do Raider. Mark this just so we know where the elevator is. Really doesn't matter. Wing Raider, I guess, would be a good one.
Hello again.
Hello again. That was a quick dinner.
It was just breakfast for dinner, so.
Oh, breakfast for dinner.
Didn't have any family over tonight, so.
I am gonna have a really good dinner. I have a gourmet mac and cheese. That's a Wisconsin 5-cheese mac and cheese. Mixed in it, I have cooked up some beef sausage that I cut up and baked. And then I baked some bacon and cut that up and put it in there, and then peas and carrots.
We had Jersey bagels. My brother got bagels this morning.
Oh yeah.
So nice Jersey bagels, which are always great in this area.
Where are you in? East Coast or West Coast? Central?
New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Northern Jersey. Northern Jersey, just south of New York, more or less.
Yeah.
I won't go any further than that to specify where I am exactly.
Yeah, I don't want you to.
But we have good bagels over here, so that's a great kind of breakfast you can get yourself.
Cool.
Going out for.
Well, I have plans to travel through New Jersey on my trip, because you've heard me talk about me wanting to cycle around the United States, right?
I know you cycle. I didn't know you were planning something like that.
Yeah, I live in Oregon, near Portland, Oregon, right? I want to cycle down south, starting in near the end of summer, and by the time September rolls around, I want to be over the Cascade Mountains or the Rocky Mountain Range, right?
Yep.
And then I want to cycle east all the way over to Florida. And I'm going to be stopping off at Louisiana and probably taking a trip up to, well, I know I'm going to take a trip up to Alabama because that's where my stepmother now lives. And then I'm going to cycle up the East Coast, up to the top, so you know, the New York area. And then I am going to cycle across the northern part of the United States, cycling back west, and then down through Washington back home.
Well, maybe after we're done with the live stream, we can chat a little bit more specific stuff.
Yeah. Well,
there.
This is a long-term goal. I don't know when this is going to happen. I'm probably going to wait until I do my Germany / Netherlands ride, because then I'll have a better trike that'll be more comfortable for that long of a tour. Because I want to get a trike that has some really good suspension.
Is this guy on me or you?
That's on me. Not that really matters.
No. He's one of the guys who would fight, isn't he?
I don't know if I want to turn this guy back or finish up all the mobs here. We keep getting attacked. I want to clear out the area.
I'm going to keep my eye on the master. He's healing.
Yeah.
So you're kind of... I'm focusing on him right now, keeping him healthy. So I can... It's hard enough to... He's on me now.
Okay.
You keep clearing the room. I'm going to just get this guy out of here.
Okay, you go ahead and get him out. I'll clear the room.
If I get in the ambushes, I can handle myself. You know that.
Okay. I know you can handle it yourself. You're the reason I increased the difficulty of levels.
I was someone who the Atom mission I talked about earlier. Mm-hmm. That person was multi-boxing.
Mm-hmm.
So he had like +1 × 8. We were like at 22 or 23 or something.
Oh wow!
So I didn't even have my big towers, and yet my tornado or my hurricanes had everything else pretty much.
Yeah.
But I didn't have my big tricks in that makes me the difference between me dealing damage and me just being able to kind of orchestrate the rooms how I want them to be.
Hey Jester, how's it going?
All right. Are you guys playing City of Heroes or just kind of chatting about City Heroes?
No, we're playing City Heroes. I'm live streaming City Heroes, doing a community night. If you want to jump on Thunderspy and join us, you're more than welcome to.
I am logging into Thunderspy now.
Excellent.
I know. Yeah, no, I saw you posted about that one role-playing event that I guess not everyone could show up. That was bad. I am kind of curious if you guys do that through Discord or whatever you use, virtual tabletop.
Oh, for the tabletop? So it depends on what the GM wants to do.
Right.
For me, I was using Roll20, but Roll20's been so buggy for everyone that I'm backing away, and I found a software called the RPG Engine. Oh. And I'm going to be using that. Whereas Zavi, when they GM, they're going to be sharing their screen using Discord, and there is an actual plugin that you can get to do dice roll on Discord. And so his is going to be done all through Discord. How Toki, Obsidian, and Billy are going to run their games, I don't know yet.
Right.
And I think there's like room for one more. One or two more. So if either anyone listening in or either you want to join in, you can join in as a player, or if you want to, you can also be in the rotation of GMs. Because the way we run it is a GM builds out a campaign, runs that campaign that's run for about 3 to 6 months, and then it moves over to the next GM who will run their campaign for the same amount, and we just sort of round robin it.
That's cool. You guys stream that on YouTube, correct? Is that right?
I only specifically stream on YouTube because I want to build a community that's sort of locked into one place. I was looking at doing multi-streaming through YouTube and Twitch, but Twitch is not letting me into my account.
Yeah, I've heard some things about, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying anything bad about Twitch, but I have heard some things about Twitch, well, being twitchy.
Well, I tried doing the reset password, and it's not sending me the email, but will send me emails about other stuff. And when I try to reach out to their customer service to get or tech support to get help, they're not responding back.
Well, and that means that they're going to have a problem with your business.
Yep. So. And so therefore, I'm not worrying about Twitch. I'll just grow on YouTube because I get my videos, my shorts, and my live streams, and then the community tab all in one area. And apparently they're going to be growing out the community capabilities where someone who's a following a channel can actually make a post about something, and it actually turns into sort of like a forum or a chat room type thing.
Yeah, forum like that's great. That's great.
And so with YouTube doing that and literally making it a community, I'm like, this is the perfect place, because not only that, being a YouTube partner, I also get, the ad revenue. I get the, you guys can do super thanks on a video. You guys can do super chats on, live streams, which I've yet to experience either of those really, and I really don't care. I have memberships where you can get access to, depending on the membership you choose. You get first one is you get access to a members only area on the Discord, members only community posts, and early access to videos. So as soon as I make a video, you get access to it. You don't have to wait for it to be published. And then tier 2, you get access to members only videos. You get access to a discount on my store, my merch store. And then tier 3, you get access to game development videos that I'm gonna make that deep dive into game development. You get a bigger discount that stacks on top of the first discount on my merch store. I think it's like a 25% discount. And then every 6 months you get a free item from my merch store. And then it also allows, you guys may have seen that there's a banner to my merch store under some of my videos. And so I can sort of manage everything together, because the reason I actually started this channel was to grow a gaming community, get an audience together, and once I was of a decent size, which I now am, I wanted to start reworking on a video game that I'd been working on, and then sell that game, because I've been seeing a lot of game developers who use YouTube and create a YouTube channel and show off a game that they're working on. They end up getting better sales and more outreach about their game.
Wow, yeah. That's great. I mean, I think, what's its name? Drive-Thru RPG. I mean, obviously not to the depth you're talking about. I mean, they got broad coverage of, Kickstarter games and all that.
Yeah.
Drive-Thru RPG. But to literally get people, I mean, I don't think they directly get involved in helping those Kickstarters. I mean, anything more than a table. I don't think they do anything with MMO.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. By the way, in City of Heroes, just You said a lot there, by the way.
Yeah.
Cool. But for City of Heroes, what do you guys got on the team so far there?
We have I'm playing a Mastermind that is beast summoning and dark aura. And then False Hurricane is I can't remember if you're
Illusion Storm.
Yeah, you're a storm illusion controller.
Okay. All right.
My build kind of is the ultimate stopgap for anything, really.
Yeah.
Well, the illusion can you perma your pets there?
Yeah, I can perma my extended army.
Okay, so that is standing tanking right there.
Yeah. Well, also because I'm a Mastermind, I got 3 wolves, 2 lions, and a dire wolf, and then I have a dark servant.
Okay.
So basically, the way I always mention it, don't worry about filling a camp. Play what interests you. It's all about everyone having fun.
What level are you guys running at there?
It doesn't matter what level. I can sidekick you, or you can be mentored. That's the great thing about City of Heroes.
No, I play City of Heroes. I got you. Yeah. It's just I got
low 40s.
Yeah.
Okay. Low 40s. Okay.
Yeah, Masterminds. When City of Villains came out, it was the first archetype I built. I love Masterminds. I am a big pet class player in MMOs. Yeah. I mean, when I played EverQuest, my main class was a Shadow Knight. Mm-hmm. Think a Necromancer, but a Knight form.
Oh, they actually coined it. I mean, EverQuest coined Shadow Knight.
Oh, yes, they did. And Shadow Knights were my favorite. My second favorite class in EverQuest was Mages.
Oh, yeah. Utility caster?
Well, I mean, even before they became a utility caster, it was just for the pets. When they added in the expansions, the utility of being able to summon weapons and armor, that was awesomely cool.
Okay. So I'm going to put up in LFG. Hi, I'm Wavelength.
Okay, I see you right there.
I'm in Ouroboros. If I got to go somewhere, let me know.
Send.
The Liger.
that works out great. And this is why I like when people jump onto Discord, because like Jester just did, saying, hey, I'm going to do this. I immediately looked at my chat screen. Whoa, I see exactly what he's talking about, and I was able to respond very quickly.
Oh, yeah.
So
like I've been doing lately, kind of like hop on first and then let you know one way or another, one side or the other.
Yeah, exactly.
Almost simultaneously as I jump on the voice chat by text already to you.
Okay, we are heading to Independence Port.
Okay, good. I'm there.
Excellent.
And I see Independence South, Terabota, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
I could just probably, let's see.
Oh, it helps if I turn flight on when I'm not in combat and turn hover off, doesn't it?
Yeah. Endurance economy there. Endurance economy, right?
Yeah. Well, I really don't have to worry about with this character with so many pets. I mean, especially when you play on Purgatory, screw using your abilities. You have 12 pets.
Damn.
Yeah, Purgatory did double pets. And they made it to where like you could do like a necro demon build where you have all the necro pets and all of the demon pets.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then you can mix match whatever powers you want from 2 sets.
If they could make it to where I could customize pets,
Thunderspy.
Yep, and that's where I'm at.
Yep. That I love doing that. I mean, on Thunderspy, my controlled chaos character, he has the 3 small demons, the 2 medium demons he's turned into succubus, and then the big demon is sort of like a lion dragon demon thing
Yeah. No, I totally get it. I mean, you could. I took knights.
Oh yeah.
I took knights. I turned them into Amazons. Okay, and
I
they're well
remember
dressed.
seeing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on. I should have brought it in for you, but
You've shown me before.
Oh, okay. But yeah, the Amazons, and of course, I could individually customize them. I actually might spend the time to do that.
You should.
But they're well dressed and they got a theme to them, like we all know about Wonder Woman, right? But
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm waiting for is I'm waiting for them to put the Space Marine shoulder pads in from Warhammer 40,000, along with the bolter and bolt pistol.
Yeah, and I already know a guy who, when that happens, him and me are both we're all going to be doing some
It's
Space
coming
Marines.
soon.
Yeah.
They're already modeled and textured.
Are we okay? Your pets are drawing aggro. Are we fighting these things?
Yeah, I just jumped into a fight.
Okay, no problem.
I'm so well set up that it doesn't matter.
No problem. Where am I taking that? Oh, there it is.
You're right, Lunar.
All right.
But yeah, I did the 3D models for the shoulder pads, the bolt pistol, and the bolter.
Yeah.
So that's how I know it's coming. Because I actually reached out to Senpai, who's the head developer of Thunderspy, and I said, would it be possible to do this with that? And he told me to reach out to Orange Blue Hue and check with him. And Orange Blue Hue said, yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Oh, I love it about those guys. They're good with that.
Because I really don't have the time to be able to texture or get to the texture, the texturing or learning the texturing style that they did for, say, Heroes.
Right.
Because I got my own game that I'm working on, which I'm the only 3D modeler texture. I'm pretty much doing everything for the game. I mean, yeah, I have help with the blueprint coding from Zabby, but
right.
There we go. Okay, that's a bunch of freaks.
Oh, Sky Raiders.
Yeah,
I know
we
where
need
they're.
Sky Raiders. 29 more.
Do you want to go after cheap and lots of numbers? You want to buy in bulk here?
We can.
Okay. Because over here is where I'm headed.
Yeah, I've marked you. I'm looking for you. I found you.
All right. So
I'm following you. Very
Very.
slowly, because I want to keep my defense up with hover.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that.
Hey, not a problem, man.
Here I am. This is where you're going to get bulk numbers cheap.
I sense he's leading me into a trap.
Yes. No, if you look at where I'm at right now, you're going to see.
Oh yeah, I can easily handle this.
Yeah, and it's bulk
And in
numbers.
fact, I'm gonna go in the group that my pets just walked right through.
Oh, okay. Well, here we go.
I got a nice little batch over here too.
Oh
Yeah,
hey.
no, this is the place for Sky Raiders.
Oh, they took out my wolves.
Yeah.
Did they ever take out my wolves?
We'll have them here in a second.
Yeah.
I'm working my way towards you guys as well.
Okay. That guy thinks he's getting away, by the way.
He's coming in from the other side as well.
Got
Okay.
them all.
Yep. And now we need only 10 more, and most of
Yeah.
that.
So let's get this other group.
Right.
I have this group down here I just brought down.
Okay.
Okay.
Ah, wrong button. Right button. Okay, and in a second here, correct button. There it is.
Well, I did it. We're done.
Yep.
Thank you for reminding me of that. Oh, hold on.
Oh, no, okay. Don't worry, if you like them well done, I'm your guy.
Oh yeah, that's the way Major Overload was. Electric blaster.
Yeah.
Oh man, I remember people. I remember when the game released, people screaming at me for taking electric melee, and saying I just wasted my time doing that. And they did that for like 6 months. And then they saw what my electric blaster could do and went, oh, never mind.
Yeah. I'm actually electric energy. I do like its synergy. Well, energy secondary is plenty good for anything, but you get your build up super early on energy.
Yeah.
Secondary. And your power thrust isn't bad for a blaster, especially if you want to keep them at range.
Keep them at range, yeah. Well, what I like about doing electric is the fact that you can energy lock or endurance lock.
Oh, yeah.
Huge group.
Yep.
I'm probably flying the wrong way. I am.
I will say this, and this is a synergy that I like, is I'm not sure about on Thunderspy, but in live, one of the few, you only had like 2 or 3 different sets that could nuke at range. The rest were point blank AoEs.
Mm-hmm.
And with energy secondary, you have boost range.
Yeah.
So you can reach out, you can throw your nuke the football
you can reach
field
out and touch someone from a far distance. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, hello there.
Yeah. Well, one of my most favorite builds, because I like doing really bad puns.
Oh yeah.
Right? I built myself a Dominator that is energy gravity control.
Oh,
you want to talk about pun heavy? Oh my god!
I mean, knocked him into next Tuesday. No, literally, he'll be back on the. You know?
Well, the thing is the big power and the whole entire thing that makes it pun worthy is the propel.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Throwing objects at them. It's like you throw a trash can at them, you're trashed. You know, things like that.
Yeah. So on a lot of the control effects, you can get set bonuses, right? You can get set bonuses for stun, sleep. I think confuse even, holds and all that other stuff. But one thing they decided not to give a set bonus for is knockback.
Yeah.
Even if you take a knockback set, you won't get a set bonus for. I don't think you can, or there's very few of them if there is any at all.
Well, can you imagine how annoying that would be to the meleeers for a range, especially when you're doing energy blast, just to do knockback and make it go as far away as possible? Oh, well, you know the meleeers would hate you. Tanks would just go, I am not protecting you.
Yeah, and the same thing with Incarnate. You can get bonuses for all kinds of different things on Incarnate, but you can't get it for. But I don't see any unless Thunderspy is different. You cannot get increased knockback on any. Well, yeah, because you could just. I mean, hey, I was on the. How did I get from the west side of Independence Port to the east side of Independence Port?
Well, what I remember is when I was a DJ for Justice Radio, we would hold events. And one of the events we came up with was teleporting the enemy up to the top of a skyscraper and then having someone knock it as far back as they possibly could. And we'd have people like lined up to do judgment of distance. Oh yeah, man, hilarious. And you know what's the amazing thing is we didn't have to worry about gathering influence or any of this stuff to give out as rewards in game. Cryptic was giving it all to us.
Oh, that's cool.
Because it was the launch of, just at the around the launch of the game, they were actually listening to our radio station.
Cool. Yeah, back in the day, it was cool that they were. I still have a magazine when they were in the development stage, like pre-alpha. Alpha, we'll say, because they were talking about power concepts at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember pre-alpha when they were originally talking about, because they wanted to make it a lot like the way Champions is. It didn't have the archetypes. The whole entire reason they did the archetype system was because they found out that, you know, in the friends and family test, some of the players were just choosing nothing but the heal and buffs and weren't able to do any damage.
Making broken builds.
Exactly. Yeah. And because it was their first video game they'd ever worked on, which, I mean, that's ambitious to do an MMO for your first ever video game. They didn't know design concepts of how to fix that problem.
Yeah.
And so their idea of fixing it was to do the archetypes.
Oh yeah. It's,
you know, and for a non-seasoned developer, it was a smart move. But a seasoned developer would have done with what they did with Champions. But when they did Champions, they were seasoned developers.
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of feel that the mistake with Champions is that, I mean, it's not so much how they developed or what the game can do. It's more or less, they put it under management to Perfect World Entertainment, which has obviously got a micro market and interest in everything.
Yeah.
You know, and neither here nor there for that. I mean, I know games can't be run for free. Even these servers take donations.
Well, and that's why all of the private servers take donations.
Yeah.
And NCSoft is fine with that as long as you're not making a profit. However, City Heroes can now officially make a profit because they have been licensed by NCSoft.
Oh, I see. Okay. We've been trying to find an NCSoft site that goes through that. Are we still working on it? No, we're not working on it anymore. But we did hear. I mean, I have heard that they have licensed now. But the question is, I mean, other than I've heard Homecoming claim that they have a license, and I've heard one gamer magazine may have referenced it. But there's no way to contact. I mean, no reply to contact through NCSoft. Let's put it that way. No, I'm not throwing shade here. I'm just saying it's kind of one of those things where, you know, that should probably be in the works.
Yeah. And, you know, I mean, I'm not a big NCSoft fan anyways, because they're basically as the South Korean version of EA.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. EA. Yeah.
You know, it's basically where you take MMOs to die.
Where you take good ideas to die.
Yeah.
Slowly.
Yep. Because they've done it time and time again.
Oh,
and then they won't let go of IPs.
Well, no, because they want people to pay for it or they can't have it.
Well, they don't even want the money because the developers, the studio that made City Heroes, wanted to do when NCSoft wanted to shut down, the studio offered to buy the rights from them or to do a licensing deal, and NCSoft said no.
Yeah, I could see where NCSoft would agree for a limited license.
Yeah, but at the time they told the original developers.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And then the players wanted to buy it, and they told them no. So to me, that's NCSoft holding on to the IP just to hold on to the IP, so no one else can do anything with it. And that's what I hate.
I'm going to. None of us got a mission chopper.
Yeah,
you do.
Yeah, I have used mine actually.
I'm right here by False Hurricane. I'm going to take that chopper.
Okay.
Or I think I'm going to take that chopper. I tried.
It comes around eventually. It'll
Yeah, there it is. There.
I'm just getting up a bunch of missions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like it. There are things that any game could include. I mean, City Heroes kind of bridged from EverQuest.
Mm-hmm.
And don't get me wrong, I'm a nostalgic EverQuest. I'd be nostalgically playing EverQuest for nostalgia reasons. But it kind of bridged from the EverQuest mechanic to what eventually would be, World of Warcraft kind of things. They didn't do static drops. Everyone got their loot automatically. There was no ninja looting in City Heroes. Great concept, great idea. Games later on would put a few items up, but everyone everyone had to roll a need or greed on it, which is not bad. But I like City Heroes. It bridged that gap, taking away that whole idea of ninja looting. Of course, the power making your own macros was a syntax they used for making macros for doing commands. The archetypes, good idea, and then customizing your character. You can have the exact same power sets, and no two characters are exactly alike. Yeah.
I love that. I mean, that's just amazing.
Even with the same builds.
Christ Falls off of what zone?
Huh? Oh,
Brick.
Brick. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. I thought you were. Oh man, yeah. Yeah. No, it's travel. It's a hoof. But yeah, the things they did, and of course, every zone having a terminal was good. So
yeah. Well, what I'm really excited for is I want to see how Pantheon Rise of the Fallen turns out and Monsters and Memories turns out.
Yeah, I looked those up, by the way, last time we talked. Yeah. And there's a third one you mentioned as well.
So Lunar, I'm the same way. I love creating character concepts and different power combinations. I'm always doing that.
Even within the same kind of builds. I
have like on Homecoming, I have like 5 different what is it? Seismic blast fire sentinels.
Wow. Yeah.
But they all look different.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking even within the same power sets, you get so much variation in how you use it, and
there's a
powers
huge
attached to it and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, the way you the particular powers you take, and then the particular
how you enhance them.
Yeah, how you enhance them is big.
And then also pool powers that you choose, epic pool powers that you choose. I mean, you could literally have 2 players choose electric, blast, and the powers for each of those players will feel different. Because one of those players might go a lot more accuracy, another one might go more damage, another one might go more endurance strength.
Oh yeah, no, it's the way you literally can customize slot by slot.
Yeah, And then when they added in being able to customize the colors of the powers.
Yeah.
That really added a lot to the game too, because now you can have blue lightning, yellow lightning, green lightning, purple lightning, pink lightning. City Heroes to this day is still the #1 character customization game out there.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I played Champions Online, and as far as the the costume palette's concerned, they got it. But as far as character customization, it's City of Heroes.
Yeah.
There's just too much. It just seems like you can't. I mean, you pick a power in Champions Online, and you know exactly what it's going to always do, basically.
Yeah.
And can't say you can customize it much. Even the ability to add proc damage to some powers is just huge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, do a what is it? I did this on a one build. I have a Firestorm Corruptor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Storm allows you to do some crazy rocking if you really follow it.
You load up as many proc damages as you can on like Fire Rain and ice and the freezing rain, and you got these huge, long-lasting AOE's that are proc.
Yeah. Well, it's like I did on Homecoming. Wind Blast, Storm, Corruptor, and it's an AOE machine.
Yep. But like I said, I'm here on Thunderspy for a couple of reasons. I like some of the power sets they do. I can do that same deal here on Thunderspy.
Yeah.
But minus a couple of sets they have on Homecoming. But then it's the Mastermind customization.
The pet customization, being able to control all of your pets. Even controllers can control their pets.
Have you ever played Warhammer 40K?
Dude.
Yeah, you know about Necrons,
Look at
right?
today's video. That will answer that question for you right away.
You know about Necrons, right?
Yeah, I played before Necrons even came out. Let's put it this way. I've been playing Warhammer 40,000 since 1993.
Yeah, I had an original set of Space Marines from way back.
Yeah, I started playing Warhammer 40,000 just after it changed its name from Rogue Trader to Warhammer 40,000.
Yeah, I had a guy who had the original Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader. Well, yeah. I wish I had collected one, actually.
What, you want to hear a funny story of how I got my first set of my first thing of Warhammer 40,000, the starter set from first edition? My dad bought it for me.
Oh, yeah? Huh.
You want to hear something even funnier? My dad's a minister.
Well, it was science fiction per se. Never mind chaos. But they call them mutants instead of, foul spawn, right? I was like, I did like how they tried to make it the basically techno fantasy or science fantasy kind of thing.
Well, here's the thing. My dad is not your average minister. My dad likes playing video games. My dad likes pen and paper role-playing games. My dad listens to heavy metal. My dad rides a Harley.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of reminds me of a movie I saw. They called him the Machine Gun Preacher. I'm not saying that's your dad, though. I have no.
But my dad taught me how to shoot.
Yeah, you get it.
And he taught me how to shoot, not just hey, this is a gun, it's cool. It was, hey, this is a gun, this is dangerous. If you run across one, this is how you handle it.
Right. So I made a Mastermind. His name is Necron, but it's Necchron. And he's a necromancer, but all his pets come out robots.
Yeah.
And here's the kicker, okay? You're familiar with the scarabs that the Necrons use?
Oh, yes.
Right? All my pets have scarab auras. They literally, you'll see an army of scarabs coming when it's an ocean of scarabs coming at you.
Nice.
It's an effect that I had to basically recostume them though.
Yeah.
Because I had so many scarabs. Because I also had soul extraction, and each of those had scarabs. I'm talking I take up half the map on some maps with these things.
Dang. Yeah, so far with my how to create Warhammer 40,000 characters in City of Heroes, I've done the League of Votan.
Oh, yeah.
I've done a Tau battle suit.
Oh, yeah.
And I've done Space Orcs.
Cool. I was thinking about doing Space Orcs.
Yeah, my Space Orc video is 16 minutes long because there's so many different ways you can make a Space Orc in City of Heroes.
Right. And so I liked having the scarabs accompanying the Necrons. Having huge hurt. I mean, it adds the feel to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You literally, not only did you got the soldiers coming at you, but you just have hordes and herds of scarabs coming at you too. Of course, they don't attack, but the effect is there.
Yeah, it's the feel, the thematics for it.
Yeah.
That's what you're going for.
Exactly. So I recently did that, and of course I was digging. I had to undo it though because it was starting to slow down I don't got a good enough system to run that kind of traffic. Do you imagine how many spiralings are taking up my screen? That's a lot of geometry.
Yes. I mean, my computer could probably handle it, but I spent last year $3,000 on just the tower alone.
Right. Right here. On it.
And normally I wouldn't have been able to do that, but because I got my disability back pay, I spent all my disability back pay on getting the tower.
All right. Okay. Well, there you go. And that's what I got to do next is look into is get updating my system.
Yeah.
And it is a cool effect having just, seeing literally hundreds of these scarabs coming at you. They're spiderlings, but they look and act like scarabs, basically.
I think up top.
Yeah, I see.
I'm currently aiming. I got a couple to aim at here. And one less here in a moment.
I mean, we could literally just hunt individually and be fine. That was the last of it.
Yeah.
Demon badge.
You got the
Nice.
badge? Yeah, haha.
And I'm still like 4 warriors short of
So, just as a reminder, guys, the stream that I normally do with the hardcore City of Heroes in 2 hours is not going to be happening. Instead, I am going to be playing Embers Adrift because Embers Adrift has suspended their subscription and given it to everyone due to the issue that they are having with their payment processor not paying them the last 6 months, and they're switching payment processors.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna be paying that. I will be in my general voice chat on Discord to do that in case you guys want to jump in the game and play with me.
Cool.
And stuff like that. It's fun to check out. They do have a donations that they're accepting right now to sort of help with the cost of what it's costing them to run completely free for the next 2 months while they switch things over.
What's the genre of the game you're talking? Embers of Drift?
Yeah, Embers Adrift is a fantasy MMO.
Okay. Like, is it like a Monster Rancher fantasy or?
So let me show you. I actually have it up right now.
Okay, let me go.
So give me one moment here. I'm gonna go ahead and go to Discord, and for you guys, I will live stream to show you guys.
Okay.
Fantasy of what now?
It's a fantasy game.
Okay. I see your
Fantasy of the name of the game.
Oh, Embers Adrift.
Embers Adrift.
Okay, so here's Embers Adrift. So I'm live streaming it through Discord also.
I'm trying to. Yeah, I'm going to connect here. It's going to take me a second to buffer it. Yeah.
Okay. So they have several things. You know, they have your roles, which are like your classes. They have crafting and they have gathering. And it's just embersadrift.com is where you can go. Yeah, so for the roles, they've done something interesting. Your role is either support, defender, or stalker. And you start out in one of those three roles. And when you hit level 6, you can choose a sub-role in that. And they have things like Duelist, Sentinel, and Warlord for your support. And they're sort of like your healer buffer type things. But the great thing is that in each one, like the defenders, they do have a healer type or crowd control. Like the Marshal does crowd control. But they're also a tank because the defenders are very tanky. And then for your stalkers, they're your DPS, and they have like Berserker, and then Brigand, which is a rogue, and then Warden, which is sort of like a ranger, you know, heals nature type thing.
Jack of all trades type build.
Yeah. And so the great thing is like if I go up to here to Duelist, Duelists are also sort of like your rogue support type character. Right? But then more on top of that, you have the crafting. And in crafting, you have weaponsmithing, woodworking, armor smithing, outfitter, provisioner, which does sort of like your food and stuff like that. And then your tinkerers if you want throwing knives and daggers and jewelry, stuff like that. And then you have your gatherers, which is like your hunter, which does all of your bone meat, fur, and hides. Your forester, which does all of the things like the wood, foraging for like fruits, vegetables, stuff like that. And then your prospector for your stones and your metals. And then you have the whole entire perk system, which this basically talks about the difference between subscription and non-subscription. The game itself, normally when they have it, they're being able to take payments, is around $30 to buy the game. And then you can play for free. As you see here, no subscription. Unrestricted access to the game world. So they don't stop you from going anywhere. Also, unrestricted access to character rules and specializations. So you can play any class you want with no restrictions there. The only restrictions with being not subscribed is you only get one active character slot.
Right.
They don't restrict your bank usage. They give you regular access to emotes. The standard portrait selection, standard chat commands, and no subscription required. But if you go with the subscription, which is $15 a month, right? You get all of the regular stuff. You get your full access of inventory space. Adventures and guild or gathering bags are added. Gathering bags can be really good, especially if you guys take a look at Elder Scrolls Online. Very helpful. You get 5 characters you can create, expanded bank storage, expanded emote access, expanded portrait selection, subscriber only channel, subscriber chat tags, unique subscriber titles, access to QA for the test server, drafters crafting station, which is portable, placed by subscriber and usable by nearby players. So if, let's say, one of your friends is a free player and you're a subscriber and they're like, oh, I need to craft this, and you're out in the middle of somewhere, you can put down the crafting station and they can use it. I like that.
Yeah.
Right?
By the way, in game, go ahead and take the portal. I'm still listening to you, by the way.
Okay. But, I mean, this is just really sort of cool that they have this. There's, of course, the lore section and stuff like that. And then let's go ahead and take a look at media.
Cool.
Or actually, hold on. Where was it? Oh, no, it's down below. This is what the world looks like. This is the graphics here.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice, decent graphics.
Right.
Considering we were just playing City of Heroes.
Yeah, right. Well, yeah, there you go, right? So that's the big, everyone says the big improvement would be for City of Heroes is an updated graphics engine. You know?
I would like to see the go away from mittens to 5 fingers at least.
Yeah.
Bare minimum. But I mean, I'm fine. The number one thing that I look for in a game is the gameplay mechanics.
Yeah, and that's...
Graphics are secondary.
Yeah, I mean, again, I was playing EverQuest forever. I mean... It's
same here. I remember when the arms used to be triangles.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you want to talk about graphics. My first gaming experience was in arcades and on Atari 2600. We're talking 8-bit graphics.
Mm-hmm.
I was ecstatic when it went 16-bit and then 32-bit and then 3D. And when I'm talking first 3D was literally those triangle arms. Hands were always done in square fists.
Right. Now I got some early Ultima Online kind of things going on there. You know? Or actually, they were a little different. They were
Ultima Online started 2D, but then went 3D. But I mean, the graphics were like Minecraft graphics.
Right. No.
And then there's the fake 3D, like what they did for Doom and Wolfenstein 3D.
Right.
It wasn't really 3D.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, heck, I remember the first BattleTech video game I played. It was on a black screen with nothing but a bunch of green lines coming together to create the shapes of the mechs.
Mm-hmm.
I like Luna's response. 2 polygons for each person. Yeah, pretty much. I'm an old time gamer. I'm Gen X. I am literally one of those latchkey kids. I would come home from school and have to let myself in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When I was a kid, I literally went to school, I had a job, and I helped clean up around the house.
Yeah.
Still had a heck of a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. Well, shoot. I mean,
but I'm in that generation where we created the technology we have today.
Well, yeah. Well, and again, exactly. I mean, back when pen and paper RPG was, the MMO of the before there was the internet.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, before there were like baud modems and stuff like that. I remember first time I played D&D was D&D, not Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. It was D&D.
Yeah, the box.
8 years old. Yeah, I was 8 years old.
Pamphlet books.
And exactly. And my brother said, "Hey, you want to come play D&D with us? One of our players couldn't make it. We need another player." I said, "Yeah, sure." And then when I was 13, I was talking to a friend. I'm like, I'd really like to have a hobby of building some kind of models, but I don't want them just sitting and gathering dust. I'd like to do something with them, but I don't want to feel like a kid playing around with them. I want to have some kind of game to it. And that's when he was at a hobby store and found Warhammer 40,000 and introduced it to me because of what I mentioned to him. And I immediately got hooked. And then found, at the same time found BattleTech and got hooked into that. And then, of course, then there was Mech Warriors, Shadowrun.
Oh, yeah.
White Wolf, whole entire D10 system with Vampire the Masquerade, Werewolf the Apocalypse.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
It was
And
just
them
insane.
And them is the days, right? And then, of course, there was that transition period where both pen and paper were alive and well for a while MMO were alive and well, but then it kind of eventually, slowly but surely, it's like pen and paper is still there.
Yeah.
They're still selling books, as a matter of fact. But that, Blizzard is where they proved it otherwise.
Yeah, Blizzard sort of destroyed what the original concept for MMOs was, which is all about grouping up.
Yeah.
I mean, EverQuest, in order to take out a blue mob, most classes had to group up.
Right.
There were a few that could take on a blue or white mob, and some of them, in order to take it on, you'd have to do what was called this running attack, where you'd have to run away, attack, run away, attack, and it was called kiting. Yeah, then you got the lucky class that I liked playing, the Shadow Knight, which did reverse kiting, which was slow, fear, and then beat on it.
Right.
And I was in a guild, and I wanted to join in an event that they were doing, and they said, no, you're too low level, you're too weak. I said, no, I'm not. I can do this. It's no risk to you guys. The risk's on me. If I die, I lose experience, and I have to get my equipment back.
Yeah, you actually lost experience in that.
Yeah. I de-leveled on 50 like so many times I can't remember. It took me 6 months to get level 50. And I'm not talking filling up the bar. I'm talking getting that last little 1%. Because I'd level and then die and then de-level. Level and then die and then de-level. So in that 6 months time. But anyways, they didn't, this group didn't, the guild didn't think I could do what was needed to be proactive in the group. And this druid player was arguing with me, right? And I said, okay, let's solve this. I will duel you in a neutral area where we are safe, won't get attacked by anything, things like that, and we can do a full-on duel. If I lose, I will shut my mouth and I'll never bring it up again. However, if I win, I get to go with you guys and prove my worth. The guild agreed, and the druid agreed. I dueled the druid. I will admit I lost, but barely. The druid literally had 0 mana left and 1 hit point.
You made him pay for his lunch.
Big time. I impressed the druid and the guild so much that they're like, okay, yes, you lost, but the fact that you're 20 levels lower than this druid and you're not your max gear capability for your level, your strategies and capabilities are way better than any gear or level. You can come on with us to any event you want. It is what the player is capable of doing. It is not all about level and gear.
Of course. Well, and so people love this one cartoon. It was back in the day when it was World of Warcraft was king. Basically, it was a South Park cartoon, but it kind of what a lot of people appreciate is it captured a couple of nuances of the whole thing. One was this like Cartman. And what's his name? They're talking about taking on the bully, right? The bully, the World of Warcraft troll, right? And they're talking about, well, what if he does this? And he's like, well, if he does this, we'll cast, blah blah blah. And that will, and then it's like, well, but he'll counter with this. Well, if he counters with that, well, then we'll have, and it's just all this stuff that's going. And you literally, if it was capturing that one little element, and that was like, if you yes, all this stuff is cool, but if you literally know how to play your game,
that's all that matters.
Yeah, I get that a lot with my build because apparently, someone I played with earlier, back in the day. So I'm one of the few they don't ask to turn on my restriction on here, on my guy, because of my knockback.
So
because I know what I'm doing with it.
In World of Warcraft, that is very easy to do. In EverQuest, it is way harder to do that in EverQuest. EverQuest was a way harder game. If you took someone from World of Warcraft and put them in original EverQuest, they would freak and lose their minds. I bet you anything. Because original EverQuest was 10 times harder than World of Warcraft.
Yeah. Yep. I had macros set up to like we'd have to camp after a big battle. After we take down a local boss, the team would have to basically sit, regain mana, and sit and regain health.
Oh yeah, I mean that was half the game, was sitting.
Yeah, well, sitting and travel. I mean, you really
sitting and travel. Yeah. Well, yeah. I remember. What do you remember? What the expansion was that all druids and wizards got pissed at?
The one where they gave travel ability. Everyone could travel, wasn't it?
Yeah, Planes of Power.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Why? Because before then, only druids and wizards could teleport to different areas. And that built an economy for them. You'd pay a wizard or a druid to teleport you to an area. Just like you'd pay a necromancer or a shadow knight to summon your corpse so that you could get your equipment back.
Right. Yeah, they ran buses. They'd get a full team. Each seat on that team would be paying flat.
So, kiss me.
Make 16 flat.
I had, when World of Warcraft came out, in 3 months, I had level 50. It was a nothing burger to me. It was easy. And the reason it was easy is because any class can take on greens, blues, whites, and maybe even some yellows. So leveling was easy. Jump into original EverQuest where you had to be certain classes to take on blues or whites. Even a lower amount to take on yellows.
Yeah,
Reds,
I remember yellows.
Forget about it. And you want to talk about raids in World of Warcraft? World of Warcraft raids are okay, but they're small in comparison to what EverQuest handed.
Oh, there were internet memes of screenshots, like they took on a dragon, and the guild took on the dragon, the guild got wiped.
Oh, yeah.
They came back and rallied, and they got wiped again, but there were still corpses on. And it was just this dragon, and it showed literally, shoulder over shoulder a field, like not even a field. It was bigger than. It was like a valley full of corpses.
Yeah. Well, do you remember? Do you know? Remember what planet it was where if your name was called, you'd freak out? Well, if you saw an NPC call your name in the zone, you'd freak out because you knew you were instantly dead.
Yeah, it was coming for. Yeah, it was coming for you.
Plane of Fear.
Yeah.
Plane of Fear. If you saw your name, that meant that the God of Fear was going to summon you from wherever you were in the zone to him and one hit kill you.
Right.
It was insane. Plane of Hate. Oh, Plane of Sky, where if you misstep, you're instantly dead because you're falling to the down to Neriac.
Yeah. Yeah, those were the days. It's I mean, I don't mind. One thing I like that a lot of games are not doing now. I mean, I think it's just a bad idea, but for some reason, it must fit a model somewhere that I'm not completely understanding. Because I like how City Heroes did an 8-man team.
Yes.
Okay, and other games, some did a 6-man team, but right now it's a 4-man team, and I don't get that.
Yeah, so EverQuest was a 6-man team.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And it was really good. You'd have your healer, it was the Trinity, healer, tank, controllers and DPS.
Right.
And Luna,
I like
that's
it.
where now that you're subscribed to this channel, you're gonna learn about a lot of different MMOs. You're going to hear more than just see here is DC Universe Online and Star Wars: The Old Republic. Which Star Wars: The Old Republic, it's an okay game. I prefer Star Wars Galaxies. Oh my god!
Yeah,
Best game ever. I'm waiting for Stars Reach.
Yeah,
I am
that's the third
drooling
one.
over Stars Reach because it is a mix between Star Wars Galaxies and what they were trying to do with Ultima Online, but they had perfected it. And why
I
they
finally got my
perfected?
Legionnaire badge.
Oh,
Is that your
nice.
engineer bed?
Well, I've been hunting.
Oh, hunting your engineer badge. Cool.
Okay.
I was like within 5 of it after the mission. I was like, I'm going to get this. I'm going to
Yeah,
find the guys.
we're just sort of. I'm going over a bit because me and Jester are having this great conversation about MMOs.
Yeah, you also have a time mission in your pocket too. You might want to hit.
Shoot. Got a time mission?
I do. I'm not gonna worry about it.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I'm actually gonna abandon it.
You can abandon it and just
Yep.
restart it. Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly what I just did. Thank you, False Hurricane, for bringing that up.
Yeah.
If you can't tell, I am a passionate gamer.
Oh yeah.
And of course, all of us here, Jester's just, showed his love for gaming. I bet you played Magic the Gathering.
Actually, no. I'm sorry. I didn't get into the card games. So I mean,
All right,
that's just-
you've lost some gamer points there.
I know. I'm back to one.
Come on, man. Okay, to make up for it, you've done at least some homebrewed pen and paper role-playing games.
Oh yeah, no, I've homebrewed.
I played a few of the card games. I did the Pokemon game a little bit,
Okay, you made up some points there.
and I kind of did a little pen and paper.
I've done
I
a
lot.
actually did. I don't know if you guys ever played the Marvel TSR Marvel, but I had a campaign go for over a year. I mean, we played it consecutively for 2 years, but I had a campaign go for over a year. I had players we were a crew, and it was just one of those things where finally I just couldn't. It's like incremental and developmental, and heroes were literally kind of growing in reputation with that one. It was a good one.
Yeah, it was a good one. So, Kiss Me. I gotta say, the best thing that Star Wars: The Old Republic did originally was storytelling verbally in MMOs.
Voiceover, voice acting.
Amazing. But was
Yeah.
BioWare before they went downhill. It was BioWare before EA's got their claws in them and destroyed them, which EA is good at doing.
Well, so it was literally said in a gamer magazine back in the early 2000s, late 90s, that EA was the sweatshop of game development.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
As I stated earlier, EA is the place where game development companies go to die.
Yeah.
When I get my game development company off the ground, it will never be sold off to a company like EA.
Right.
The first place I'm going to go to is I'm going to go to the employees. And I'm going to say, do you guys want to own the company? That is the first place I'm going to go to.
Stock sharing, profit sharing.
Exactly. The only thing is that, hey, it's my retirement plan. Pay me a percentage of the profits going forward until I die. That's all I ask.
Well, yeah, and that's another thing is setting up a royalty system too.
Yeah. Well, I have a royalty system I want to put in play. If someone comes up with a game idea and we make that game idea, not only are they getting their salary, but they are getting a percentage of the royalties from the game.
Oh, yeah.
On top of that, if they walk away from the company, we don't specifically want to own the rights to the game. We want to make it to, hey, we'll keep that royalty payout to you, or we can reverse it and you can take back the rights to the game, but you pay us a royalty because we helped you make this game
Kinda
and
like
get this game out
company.
there.
Yeah, like production companies. I mean,
Exactly.
Actors
It's a small, I want to do the regular, normal 7% royalty. I don't want to go out there and gouge someone, 30, 50%. I want people to be willing to go out and make another game development company that's of good quality, and want to support them on doing that. Does that mean I may be losing some good, staff? Yes, but in the meantime, there are a lot of people out there who don't want to run a game development studio. They just want to work with a really good game development studio. And I want it to be that, hey, if you get your work in on time, I don't care if you're having to take some sick days off. I want to pay a livable wage even for testers. Because testers right now make, maybe if they're lucky, $15 an hour. If they're lucky, if they're living in the right state.
Right.
10 years ago, when I was a game tester, I was making, and I was a mid-tier tester, I was making about $11 an hour 10 years ago.
Right, you were making minimum 10 years ago.
A buck or two above Oregon minimum wage.
Oregon, yeah. I'm saying around that. Around minimum wage. Because
if you look at federal minimum wage, I was making way above federal minimum wage, because federal minimum wage hasn't been risen in like a long time. It's around $7 and some odd cents.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's insanely stupid. Why? Because our politicians.
We lost Hurricane.
No, I'm switching.
Oh, okay.
They don't care about that. I wish our government would go the direction that the European governments go with when looking at wages to pay out for minimum wage. I wish they would trust the economists and what the economists recommend. Instead, we're going with politicians who just want to make a random guessing, pull a number out of the air type thing.
Well, do you mind me mentioning something about that? Because I've had this conversation, and what I'm going to say is not actually controversial. I mean, it may not be pretty, it may be ugly, but it's not controversial.
Well, there's a lot of things in politics that are ugly, and there are a lot of things in politics that are mediocre.
If I can go to anyone and give this example. This is the beauty of it. So I got two politicians here, all right? And one is saying, hey, we're going to tighten the belt and cut back on your benefits, okay? And then the other one's saying, hey, we're going to increase your benefits, and it won't cost you anything. Now, obviously, you're a forward thinker, so both of you, and so you realize there's more to this story. Mm-hmm. Just on what I said, who do you think everyone else in the room is going to vote for?
Well, that depends on the person.
Here's the deal. If a politician promises you more, you're more likely to. What human being?
True,
to human nature,
and that's the thing. If a person really doesn't look into the whole entire situation, they would go, "Oh, more for nothing." Yes. Here's the thing.
We all
in
know
order to
there's
get that more, you have something somewhere that more has to come from.
We know that, but here's the problem: is that where people, it's like this. If I say now, hey, half this room is his, one life's lottery, and they're making too much. They were born into this lucky position, and they should have. Now you weren't born into this lucky position. You've had to struggle, and I promise now that we'll take from them and give to you.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're still promising you more.
Yeah.
And as long as there are people who can pay for that bill, now all of a sudden, the whole point is that as long as that is the point of, that's a political strategy.
Yeah.
And no one will disagree. Hey, if they promise me more, I'm more likely to vote for them. If they promise me less, I'm less likely to vote for them.
Yeah. See, the thing is I think as long as everyone's paying their equal share, I'm happy. It's when a certain group is paying less that they're not paying their fair share. That I'm unhappy. There's like for instance, I yesterday filled out my voter's ballot. I'm not going to tell you how I voted. That doesn't matter. Yeah. Everyone votes their own way on what they feel is right. There's one law here in Oregon where I really had to sit down and I spent hours and hours thinking over. What this bill is it states that every corporation that has a sale that happens in Oregon that makes over, like, I think it was something like $25 million in sales a year, will get an extra tax for the sale in Oregon. That tax, which is like a 3% tax, that tax money gets spread out to everyone in Oregon, and everyone in Oregon will get a check for their share of that money.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right? And so
I understand
a lot of people are worried, well, then that means that that's a sales tax, and that's going to cost us more money because these bigger companies are going to charge more.
They'll spread
for
the
this.
savings out.
Here's the thing. Let me finish real quick. Here's the thing. If they charge more for the product, that means they're going to be paying more into the tax. They're not going to raise the prices of this if it passes, because it means they have to then pay more.
By chance, what was the? Do they have a fixed increase? Is it like if you make $25 million in a corporation and now you're selling something, you're going to pay an extra 3% tax on whatever on that amount?
So I think it's like once you get past like 100 million, that's when it stops and it's just sort of a flat.
So it scales up to 100 million.
Yes, and so the other conversation was, well, what about the small, medium-sized businesses? They're not taxed this. You have to make so much in sales of, like I said, 25 million a year in sales to have this tax hit you. I don't think small or medium-sized businesses are going to hit 25 million in sales.
So put it to you this way. Corporation, we'll say Walmart, not picking on Walmart, I'm just using a hypothetical.
Yeah.
Everyone kind of has an idea about how big Walmart is in their area. It's a big corporation, and it produces a lot of cheap products.
Yes.
Okay. Well, it distributes a lot of cheap products.
Yeah.
So let's say they categorize as $100 million, which whatever that let's say that top tier is an additional 8% tax on whatever they're selling. And now again, I'm just going with that whole hypothetical. So if it, better yet, we'll say 10% because that math is much easier. 10%. Whatever it is. So they sell a can of beans for $1. But they are being taxed an additional 10%, so they're going to pay 10 cents on that can extra in addition to what they normally pay. So what they'll do is they'll raise the price of the can by 11 cents. The reason they do that is because it factors in the 10 cents that they had to pay on that dollar and now it actually factors in the additional the dollar 10 cents, the additional 10 cents 1 cent. That's 11 cents, and that's how they factor it in.
Yeah.
Now, if it raises the price of beans from $1 to $1.11, you can, because they're now basically they're compensating plus. And by the way, I use this example because this is almost, I mean, for them, they got rocket scientists doing this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. For us, though, we can understand how they could compensate with a quick calculation. You know what I mean? And so it is. The thing is that it is a smart tax in that it doesn't affect smaller businesses.
Yeah.
But if it's going to affect Walmart, and a Walmart decides, well, no one's going to care about paying an extra. Who's going to know if I paid $1 or now $1.11? And if they can go to, by the way, the smaller businesses are still going to be at a disadvantage competing against Walmart, even with this additional burden on them, because they can't buy the bulk rates.
True, but they already have that problem right now.
Well,
I need to get some.
I'm just saying that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so
I am curious.
Real quick, I have a couple of comments that popped up that I want to answer real quick. Lunar Overdrive. There is several Star Wars Galaxies private servers that are out there. Yeah. I have a video on that, so check my YouTube channel. Just look for that, and you'll have that. And then a mentor from No Man's Sky. You got your barrel or your Boundary Herald in the game. Nice. That I hope you're enjoying that ship.
Wow.
So what were you gonna say, Jester?
No, I didn't mean to get off. I mean, obviously we're talking gang here. I didn't mean to get off on.
It happens. I mean, right now with how politics are going in the direction the U.S. is going in politics, I'm getting on the edge of where I want to talk about politics.
Yeah.
I'm so on the edge because
you were talking about minimum wage running a game company, and the reason why, and you said it was, and I tell you, I can remember why we got onto this is, and the whole thing is that you don't want politicians deciding what minimum wage is. They should listen to economists.
Yep.
I completely agree. The problem is that it's, the captain of the ship is the politician in this case, not the engineer. That's the economist. And the captain of the ship stays captain of the ship as long as he promises a minimum wage based upon, well, would you buy it? And of course,
there's sort of.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: politicians never touched Roe versus Wade.
Okay.
Supreme Court suspended it, stopped it completely.
Yeah.
Look at what's happening now.
Oh, there's a large argument over about. I mean,
each state has changed their laws.
Yeah.
And even gone as far as Texas. Did you know they have a bounty system where if someone is planning on leaving Texas to go get an abortion, you can report them and make money off of them, and that person that's going for the abortion, no matter what the reason is, will go to jail? That's turning an American citizen against an American citizen on something that at least half the time for the mother is a health-saving, life-saving practice.
Could you link the your material on that? I wouldn't mind actually read. I mean, I hear this. I hear that this is the kind of. I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, it will do this or that," but actually to read the details of it, I mean, even if it's a bill proposition from Texas, I wouldn't mind reading it just to see.
So I'm honestly, what I want to do, I want to state two things. Okay, first off, it's very rare, very, very, very rare. I will talk politics. I don't want this community becoming a political charged thing, so I actually sort of want to stop the political talk right now. I want this community to be around
Gaming.
Around gaming.
Yeah.
Okay, I will look for that information that I found, and I will private message you on Discord
That's right.
information.
Yeah, this is an example of a law going too far, and
Yes.
that's why I'd like to read about it more.
Yes, but and so the last thing I'm going to say about politics is I don't want you guys worrying about, oh, am I a Democrat or am I a Republican for me, controlled chaos. I will let you know where I stand on that right now. I am independent. I do not go Democrat. I do not go Republican, because they're always swaying and changing in what they believe in and what their values are. That's why I go independent. I want to be able to make decisions on my own and not be party aligned. That's my personal view. If you personally want to be Democratic, want to be Republican, want to be part of the Tea Party, Liberal, Liberty Party, or whatever, that is your own personal choice. The only thing that will make me delete comments and things like that is if it's hate speech type stuff, or you're trying to push your views and values onto someone else. That's when I will, or you're bullying someone, I will delete those types of comments. Whether it be on the Discord, whether it be on a YouTube comment, live chat, whatever. The great thing is I have yet to have to delete or block someone in live chat. I have had to delete some comments on YouTube videos, but it is less than 0.01% of comments made, which makes me very thankful for you, the viewers and the community, for being respectful in that way. But anyways, I need to get going. I need to get something to eat.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Yeah, I will see you guys all in about 1.5 hours when I do the Amber's Adrift video. If not then whenever you're around. Have a great day.
Take care.